Hello, comrades, and welcome to episode number 231 of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of April 27th, 2024. I am your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, as you can see on the screen, I have TJ Sacosio, Jacob Durbin, Nicholas Christensen, and Falco De Grice. Returning, this is your second time on the podcast. Welcome back. Otherwise known as Mr. Number 5, at least to me in my own head. I almost said 2021. I just had to highlight that. I don't know why. I feel like I've stepped back in time.
How have we done over 200 of these?
Yeah, we've done a lot of these. And
Jader, I hate to burst your bubble, but we're very rapidly approaching the 10-year anniversary of this podcast.
Yeah, I think it's like next episode or maybe the episode afterward.
Wow. I was telling my therapist about this podcast, and she was just as impressed as I was that we've been doing this for nearly 10 years.
This podcast can almost ride amusement park.
Yeah, isn't that usually by height? How do we measure the height of the podcast?
I don't know, the average height of us.
We assume a standard a standard height for every single episode.
What's the conversion of minutes to feet to minute? Wait, I know how.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm worried.
Convert every single, just put all the episodes of the podcast into a timeline. Convert that timeline into 35 millimeter film or something. And then however long that roll of film is how tall the podcast is.
Genius.
I mean, how long is a roll of film for a 90-minute movie?
It would be rolls of film, I would assume.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm just saying, just the amount of film. Anyway, yeah, we're approaching the 10th anniversary. I'm not planning to do anything special, sadly, because it has really snuck up on me. But I am just as happy as anyone that we are still here, still doing this, still. I was gonna say sane, but I don't want to lie.
No.
Man,
things have changed.
The train will terminate at this station. Where are we?
Beautiful, scenic,
Ellington,
East Greenwich, Rhode Island.
You actually have. I noticed they put the Amtracker over on the far left, so you can see if anything's coming. Nothing's coming, by the way. We're going to be staring at an empty stretch of railroad for a long time.
An empty bucket stretch.
This is East Greenwich, therefore East Bucket, which is Superior.
Yeah. But it's very empty now.
It is completely empty, yeah. Bucket, the second most important item in Coggers, right behind an atlas. Anyway, we should start the show properly. I forget how we start from here. It's been 2 weeks, and so I don't remember anything. No, what I do remember is that BNSF has had a really rough last week or so, and there are 1, 2, 3 other incidents from other railroads that we're going to cover, starting with Union Pacific. On April 17th, they had their cars went, quote, off the rails, but sadly I cannot look at this. Yeah, I can't look at this article. Hold on. All right, it's a video. Okay. Please don't be sound. Please get rid of the sound. No sound. Nope. Instead, it gives me an ad. But train cars went off the rails in Mason City on Wednesday night. Oh, this was apparently the 18th instead of whatever. Oh. I don't know why the video it gives me is Elephant Loose in Butte.
I don't know why it gave me that video, too.
Anyway.
I'm like,
that's pretty important coverage.
Yeah, that is true.
Everyone in that town, look out.
In a post on X, formerly Twitter, Friday morning, the Mason City Police Department said they expect the section of South Pierce Avenue to be closed in the next week. So yeah, nothing crazy, just derailment from UP. That's not the first one. I didn't start with the first one because I'm going to do all of BNSF at once. On on the 22nd of April, there were 2 incidents. Actually, there were 3, but there were 2 incidents that weren't called BNSF. The first one was a bunch of ties on fire. These ties belonged to CSX, so they got dinged with it. I don't know if these ties were on a train. It looks like they were just a pile on the side of the tracks. But boy, it's quite a fire. It looks like CSX has built their own volcano in some of these clips. And speaking of volcanoes and fire, one of the things that I got sent the most was a video of a Canadian Pacific Kansas City train just meandering through the city of London in, I think that's Ontario. Yeah.
Yep.
Just on fire. Just whole thing on fire. Just flames coming up out of the cars. I think it looks like high side gondolas, and there's at least 5 or 6 cars in a row that are just completely engulfed in flames. Not engulfed, it's just like
on the top of the cars.
Yeah, it looks like it's a train carrying fire.
It looks like a Hollywood movie scene.
Yes, exactly.
Where they made it over dramatic to show that there's something going on here.
Yeah, the only thing that you need, like, either this train is about to crash and level a city, and that's how you can tell it's just everything's on fire, or look closely and you will see a little cat and a big wolf sword fighting silhouetted against the fire. But that's CPKC.
Some Tom and Jerry shit, almost.
Or that. So, BNSF. Who's ready for BNSF?
Yes.
Apparently not BNSF, because they had 4 incidents in the span of about a week. Well, about 2 weeks. The first one was another fire, so it's really been there's a lot of fire this week.
Trains really like to catch fire.
Yeah, there was a turbo fire in Wichita. That was on the 14th. On the 22nd, there was another train on fire in Topeka. This was some containers, I believe, whatever the contents were, they caught fire. And then on the 24th, they got hit by an effing tornado.
Oh, that's not their fault.
That isn't their fault, but train came off the track. It's not supposed to be like that.
Is that the one that Sam was in?
I think it might have been the same storm system. It's the one that we have like video from the cab of, which is insane. And there, the video is, I think, item number 3 in this list, which you can find all these links in our cargoes document, which is linked in the description. You can also find links to other fun stuff like our Discord and our website where you can buy Steam Locomotive trading cards. Check them out.
Hey, does anyone else have the audio on for the cam?
I don't. Why?
Because there's an annoying ass bird.
Yeah.
Is there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I muted it because of that. Yeah.
Starting in Elko. And then there was another derailment near the New Mexico-Arizona state line, which has really effed up Amtrak, among other things. So...
Me being excited to take the train home from Colorado.
Yeah.
Not getting high hopes.
Yeah, it's going to be like Ryan all over again. So yeah, there's all the fire and tornadoes and explosions and oh yeah, by the way, the last one I just mentioned, the one on the 26th, that blocked up Amtrak, that one's also on fire. I think it's currently on fire.
The tornado's on fire?
What'd you say?
The tornado's on fire?
No, the tornado is not on fire. The one that after the tornado. Listen, okay. BNSF has had a really bad couple of weeks.
I thought you meant
something on the Amtracker now on the cam.
Oh yeah.
We
don't have a fire tornado.
Really bad.
Thank God.
That would be hellscape right there.
The only thing worse that I could imagine is if somehow sharks were involved. No? Tough crowd. Okay, anyway. So, vote for best. I should say best wreck, but I think I should say best fire today.
Yeah.
Best fire. Actually, I have to vote for the tornado.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the tornado too.
Yeah, tornado.
Yeah, the BN tornado.
Yeah. BNSF, congratulations. At least you get that. And since CPKC was one of the fires, they lose the mantle. The mantle of responsibility is passing away from Canadian Pacific, and it's going to, that wasn't a flub, it's going to Canadian National. So, congrats, CN. The trophy remains in Canada for the time being, sort of like hockey. I don't know a thing about hockey. And let me clean up the document here. We'll move on to local service. TJ, what have you been up to? Just, I have a hunch that you have some interesting stories to tell.
Well, I have a hunch that you might know what I'm talking about here. When I say that I had an eventful weekend up in Maine last weekend.
Really?
Ellis,
Where did you go?
Yeah, Ellis, Mew, the Enigma, and I went up to the WWNF, as we do, for a special Sunday where they were doing like a pilot test day of running the Model T.
Sunday.
Special Model T Sunday.
Yeah, so they had 3 trips from Sheepscut all the way down to Trout Brook and back to see if running this kind of schedule on a Sunday would be possible and if there was interest. And turns out that they were sold out and successful the whole day. So now I think it's like the first Sunday of every month or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but they're going to be doing a few more Sunday Model T railcar days over the summer, which is very neat.
Yeah, I think it might be third Sunday, but either way, it's one Sunday a month. Go check out the website,
Yeah.
See if you can snag some tickets.
Yeah, I took some pictures. Let me send them.
Yeah, I was looking at the edits. I have the photo of the front of the T in the Trout Brook station pulled up, which this was, while he does that, let me just say that this was such a neat ride. Like, open air Model T rail bus thing, which this is a replica. It's not an original, sadly, but it's pretty darn close, or so I understand. The Model T parts are original. As original as they can be. And this was a totally unique experience. It was a lot closer up at the front, close to the motor, than it was in the back because it was kind of a chilly day. It was it wasn't overcast, but there were some clouds, and it just made for a totally unique way to see the railroad, especially because I sat up front on the way out.
I posted all the unedited pictures.
Oh, thank you. Let me see what one I can pull up that's really good.
Incredible.
Yeah, they're great. Okay, hold on. Here's one of the front of it. Yeah, I sat up front on the way out, and the upshot of that was you get to see out the front of the train, basically. Something you don't usually get to do when you're riding, well, any railroad, really. But a steam-powered railroad, much less. So, it was really, really cool. And then sitting in the back on the way back, you get to look out the back, of course. Not as unique of an experience, but still on this little dude, which drives and sounds more like a tractor than anything. On top of the fact that... What?
Does it have, good suspension? Or how does it ride?
You can feel the track, that's for sure.
It is fun. It is very fun.
Yeah, that's the right way to put it. It has some suspension. It also has an electric...
I think.
What'd you say?
I think it does actually have leaf suspension, but I don't know how. It's not very soft.
Yeah, it does have some leaf springs. I suppose it can't be particularly soft considering it's a little rail car, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if you make it too bouncy, it might just bounce right off the track. And speaking of that, turning the thing was so fun. Um, because we get down to the end of the line, and this thing has its own little deployable turntable underneath. And so you just jack it up. Yeah, you just jack it up onto
hold on. I have a video.
Oh, you do? Okay. I don't have a way to share that, but everyone else will be able to see.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, you jack it up onto a center pivot, and then you just sort of rotate it around.
That rules.
Yeah, it's so great. It's so cool. Like if there weren't enough reasons to go to the WWF already.
Oh, it's too big.
So
Damn it, hold on.
Oh, TJ's files are too powerful.
Let me run it through Handbrake.
Is that what it's called? Interesting. Yeah, I was surprised by how little the fella operating it had to change things. Like, he wasn't super modulating the throttle, and I asked him about it, and he's like, well, compared to driving a car on a normal road, you don't have to worry about steering, and you don't really need to care about the elevation because it's comparatively flat. Again, super neat. I can't wait to go back there and see it running again, even if I don't get to drive to ride it again, because it seats 5 people plus a driver. But yeah, it was cool, and we got to hang out with our friends, some fellow volunteers, hang out, talk about bridge disasters that may or may not have been on a 3/4 of an Idiot show, and make SpongeBob references. It's good to be at an organization with people in the same generation.
Yeah.
Anyway, the day after we got back from Maine, or the day after we went to Maine, because it was a day trip, Scale Trains came to the Providence Northern, had a great little event there. Might have even got a new club member out of it. Some folks that had never heard of us before, were unfamiliar with us, and sold some trading cards, and it was just a really cool time. I'm not usually, the club isn't usually open on a Monday night, and it was properly advertised. So, we didn't have a huge turnout, but we had a bunch of people that, again, had never been there before. I'd never heard of us. And the presentation itself was pretty neat, and the stuff they were showing off was pretty neat. Like, they had one of their Class J's there on the table.
Nice.
Cool.
They did a giveaway. I got a free pin and some other stuff. So, it's neat. TJ's got the video of the thing. But I see above that, Jader, you have a very shiny looking coach. I thought it was weathered looking at first.
No, it's very shiny. Well, it was very shiny. But no. So I don't know if I talked about it last time I was on here, but maybe I did. I don't remember. But find a picture of the box, TM.
The box.
But
box.
maybe 3 or so weeks ago at this point, my Model Rare Club took in this massive, well, not all of it, but took in this massive estate from this guy up near Akron who had been collecting trains for 80 something years, probably.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and our members weren't able to take everything, but they were able to bring back a lot of stuff. And just picking through it in general, not even buying anything, just picking through it it's like a history lesson in model trains, because they're completely scratch built, all wood stuff from the late 30s to these kits, which are probably late 40s to I think into the 60s, maybe.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and then there were some more modern Proto 2000 cars and Intermountain cars and a few engines and stuff. And everybody's been going through it and just making a donation to the club in exchange for taking home absolutely priceless stuff for
Yeah.
really, really cheap. But then this box is the most of the stuff that I got, except for some old timey passenger cars and a 440 kit that's been the bane of my existence for the past few weeks. But
440 kit? Oh boy.
yeah, I'll find a picture of what it's supposed to be, but it's called a Mantua Belle of the 80s. It's a
Is
like an
is
eight, and like
is this the thing you were talking about putting a tender
they've got,
booster in? Or a tender drive?
yeah, because
Oh boy.
trying to remotor it because I'm insane. I'm putting a Northwest Shortline gearbox in that can motor, and
Oh,
it's eventually going to be DCC and all that jazz.
boy.
But this is kind of what it's supposed to be, maybe. But like it's supposed to be, an 1880s 440.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm imagining something like
Uh,
a Virginia and Truckee engine.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, in a
Wait,
in a
1880
odd
440? Hold on a minute.
Oh,
Ooh,
I know an
no.
1880 440.
oh no.
No.
Hey, Jader, I think I know what you should letter this when it's done.
What?
Porterfield and Ellis.
I mean, honestly, maybe because I don't know what I'm gonna letter it as.
How fast can we get it to go? Can we build a scale model? How much room would it take to build a HS scale model of the Porterfield and Ellis 1-to-1, the river loop 1-to-1?
I mean, I, maybe 20 feet. I don't know.
Well, hold on. It's a mile long, right? What's a mile in HO scale? It's 1 to 87. Hold on. I'll do the math. Keep talking.
Yeah, this 440 was something that I got out of that, and I'll also find the pictures. I got some like old timey B&O passenger cars because I love my old timey stuff.
Yeah.
Old timey B&O passenger cars, all custom built from kits with working Lincoln pin couplers.
What?
Whoa.
Yes.
That sounds
That's
like the
awesome.
most annoying thing I've ever heard of.
I know, that's why I got it.
It sounds annoying, but it's also very immersive.
It's immersive,
Exactly.
so you can hate yourself while you
Yeah.
couple. And I love the prototypical Florida East Coast Jeep pulling these cars.
Yeah, we did that for the meme. It didn't actually pull it.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't have a way to
You-
pull them yet.
You should buy like a William Mason and install Lincoln pin on it.
I was gonna
Wait,
say
so are
I
you
mean-
gonna make the Belle of the '80s Lincoln Pin?
That's kind of the plan, to either make it Lincoln pin or somehow figure out like a split knuckle,
Oh.
I
or
think yeah.
or just have like an interchangeable cup, because I've seen like 3D printed like Lincoln pin like coupler boxes, and I might just do that. I just swap the coupler box if I want to run it with one or the other.
What happens when you like are trying to uncouple something and you effing drop the link on the floor and it disappears forever?
Oh,
Like,
that'd be
That's
bad.
so tiny.
Well, it's got a little chain.
No, the link, not the pins.
Oh yeah. I'll just pull one link out. Or I mean one pin out. Yeah. Hell, I might try running this week.
Yeah, doing the Lincoln pin on the 440 would be a vibe, and then, or alternately, make like an idler car.
Ooh. Nope, that just gave me an idea. I have a baggage car kit. I can do Lincoln pin on one end. You're a fucking genius.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I was gonna say you should get like a gondola and put like seats on it, like a tourist. Make that
Oh,
your
yeah.
engine car.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then
Just
run
put-
it using
just put-
only handbrakes.
Just put a bunch of foamers in it.
Yes.
Put all the naked lady figures in it.
Oh God.
Oh my god,
Oh,
we
my
started
goodness.
we
Letter-
started a planning. We
Letter
started a
the side
planning
of the
doc for
gondola, Boomer's delight.
We
Yeah.
started a planning
Right.
doc well, long story short, we're tearing out some walls and we're gonna like reconfigure basically everything in the club.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, and we have a planning doc going for the HO scale layout between like me and a few friends, and on there is naked women for boomers, extremely important.
Naked women from. You could just make like a section that's a little secluded, put like a nudist colony over there or something.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe.
Call it Boom Lagoon.
God damn it! I was gonna make that same joke.
Yeah.
I'm. Oh man.
They should put some jackets on those naked women.
I don't know what I'm. I don't know what I'm.
Don't lie.
Hey, like a train. I don't know what I'm more upset by: the fact that you beat me to the joke, or the fact that
Oh, it's the veterans unit! Oh my god!
I was gonna make it in the first place. Well, Jader, I would love to see the layout plan when you guys figure out what you're gonna do.
Oh, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, you could. So there's a fellow that I recently. You know what? I'm gonna save that for my termination. I'll talk about the layout dude.
I'm gonna be binge watching those to get some ideas.
Oh, you should. You should. We should all we should watch them together. We should do like you know how we sometimes put on rail fanning videos or Agility skips through a grab bag. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like
Also, I did get to ask the fella who came for scale trains. I said, "Hey, I use virtual railfan as the background for my podcast. Please don't send me a cease and desist." And he's like, "Yeah, it's okay." Anyway, all right, let's jump through Milky. Let's jump through your links, your local your jurisdictions, and then I want to hear about what Bryson's working on.
All right, so WP 165 is getting a jacket finally.
Oh, good. It was cold.
It was cold. If they're cold, you're cold.
Milky, I appreciate your attempt at a segue earlier. Now it makes sense.
Yes. I know, I was hurting inside.
It says she was running around naked before. That's one of the top comments.
Yes.
Oh.
So, Western Pacific Railroad Museum is up to putting the jacket on finally after like 2 years of running it without one. So, good on them. Niles Canyon is doing a series of work weekends to rebuild their track, or well, build track, period, to Pleasanton, which is the end of their right of way. So that's going to span their railroad by a good couple of miles when it's all done. More room to run their M6 Mogul when they get it running.
Hell yeah.
Orf is working on Pulsion 2, which needs some tribal work. And then after that, they're going to work on the Mount Emily Say that they have acquired. That is on a frac car right now.
Do they own that now? Or is it just...
They own the Mount Emily Say.
Oh, okay.
Well...
Why?
Okay. Okay, so technically the Oregon Historical Society owns the Say. It's just staying at Orf because it can run there.
Okay, so it's couch surfing a little bit.
It's couch surfing in a spot where they could have had an SP and SFA, but
damn.
Yeah.
Well, the FA is not the FA. I was gonna say the PA is dead. Now. Yeah, the FA is dead. The PA is elsewhere.
Yeah.
Who's doing it?
Sorry.
Who's got a really creaky bed?
Yeah. Oh my. And at the Sumter Valley, hydro freeze receiving rates, hydro and tap testing, which means close to getting that running. And then 19 and 7 Explorer tubes reinstalled, so be on the lookout for those two engines to be back soon.
Nice.
Apparently. So that's good on them.
Yeah, I need a better picture of 19. I wish I had one.
If any of you watching this podcast have a good quality, like 2/3 photo of 19
or three-quarter shot.
Yeah, 3/4 shot. Please contact us.
It'd be really cool.
We will give you credit for it on the card.
I'm like, yeah, no, I want. If you'd be I should say if you have a photo that you'd be willing to let us use. Anyway, um, Bryson, what is the Rocky Mountain Steam program?
Okay, so this is something that I started like earlier today.
Okay.
And
Hot off the presses.
I thought you were going to say earlier this year, or like whatever.
Yeah.
Earlier today. Okay, let's hear it.
today. And it is basically, I have all these locomotives that I've wanted to restore for a long time or see get restored. So I'm setting up a thing on trains where I can run these locomotives on excursions in like an alternate universe.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah. Are you going to make a series out of this?
Yes.
Cool.
Like, it's going to be like a whole thing. Like, I got calendars planned out for this stuff.
Oh, nice.
Like, today, it started with 4460, which was brought out of the shops. I have a video of it, but it's like a 6-minute long video, so I'm not going to post it. At least on Discord.
Darn.
But 4460 just got out of the shops, and it's going in a few days. We're going to get the 3977.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
If you're wondering where this runs, like in my head canon, this
Where's it
runs.
run?
It runs in like the Pacific Northwest.
Based.
So that's why we're gonna have like, I have one event planned out where 4460 is gonna masquerade as a Western Pacific GS64
Yes.
because that's gonna be cool.
Can be the one with the elephant ears.
And I also plan on getting a 4460 is currently going through trial runs for its first excursion.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, I'm trying to get 3 new locomotives to follow up 4460. I'm getting the 3977. What is it called? There's a Northern Pacific S10. I forgot its number.
1364.
Yes. I'm getting that. Wait, 1360. Is that it?
Why do I get pictures of? I typed in 3977 locomotive because I didn't know what it was off the top of my head. It's a Challenger, and I'm
Yeah,
getting pictures of Thomas. Not like shuttling trucks and hauling freight Thomas. Not like the character, like the actual photo, or like the actual locomotive. Like, hold on, where's my snipping tool?
Oh, okay. So, yes. I'm getting 3977. I'm getting Northern Pacific 1364. And I'm going to attempt, it might not happen, but I'm going to attempt to get 838.
Okay.
Which I don't think is going to happen even in my alternate universe because Union Pacific needs it. But if I can
Okay.
get my grimy hands on it, it's going to double head
My
44.
grabby little hands.
Give me it. Give me it. Everything needs to have elephant ears. Elephant ears on everything.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this decision.
Like, I know 4460 is going to have them at least once whenever it's masquerading.
I mean, 3977 has like elephant ears. Like, they're not as big, but it has them. And then
3977 is going to keep its elephant ears.
Yep.
And then 838, I'm kind of debating.
I need goofy little. No, you should definitely do that. You need to see if you can get the goofy little elephant ears that the B&M put on stuff. It's like elephant ear suggestions.
Okay.
Anyway,
Elephant ear tier list.
0 calorie elephant ears.
elephant ear light.
The current rolling stock that I have for this, because I have like actual rolling stock planned out for this. I have locomotives planned out.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bunch. This is gonna crack you up, but I have a bunch of Pennsylvania Railroad passenger cars
Oh, that's good
in
though.
Colorado.
Yeah, you need that. No, that's where they belong. And they actually
On
belong
the
everywhere. I mean, we did it with the Horsemen, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oops, all P70s.
I have a-
Listen, they're a good model.
Yes. So yeah, I have a bunch of Pennsylvania passenger cars I'm going to use on excursions, and I have a bunch of cabooses just sitting around, and I have some narrow gauge.
Hmm.
I have no narrow gauge locomotive yet.
Narrow gauge.
Yes.
Just to throw a real wrench in it, make it an EBT Mikado with giant elephant ears.
Wait,
No one can tell me that those would look bad with smoke deflectors. I think they'd look great.
Someone photoshopped that.
Yes, I'm sold. All right. I think that's everything for local service. That means it's time for
Mystery Citric.
Locomotive
versus.
Thank you.
And
You know, it's really funny to me because it just makes me think, oh, right, I said I should get that on a soundboard. Like, that's the only sounds I should have on this server because I can't trust people with them just for making the podcast. And it makes me remember, Milky, that you passed that poll to get sounds on the community server. We still don't have any sounds.
Yeah.
So
How dare you?
I'm wondering what we could have on there. Also, we 100% should have dragged everyone in there for Run 8 last night. It would have been very funny.
Yeah. Especially with the...
Yeah. Anyway, so for Locomotive Versus, the Southern Pacific 4460, previously mentioned, and the C&O J3A, which is 614, right?
Yeah, 614 and co.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, could I have photos of both, please?
Yes, you can. Southern Pacific 460.
Oops. Okay, there's a... Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever seen this photo of 614 before. It's 614 doing, like, actual train stuff instead of Ross Roland.
Wait, Ross Roland had to do train stuff.
Oh, Ross Roland did arguably far too much train stuff.
And ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, he trained too hard, actually.
Yeah, he chugga too much.
Alright.
He put
I
too
got
many
a photo.
chuggas between the chews.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love the fact that these are almost the same angle. This is perfect. Although one is much smaller than the other, but whatever. Okay, who's doing which? I assume, Bryson, you're going to do 4460?
Yes.
Okay. Jader, are you going to do the J3A?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So, okay. I don't know. Question.
However, I've only been in one of these.
Wait, what? Oh. Wait, what?
I've been inside of 614, Ellis.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That's not the one I would have guessed.
I
Anyway.
don't think you can go inside 4460.
Well, maybe not with that attitude.
Well, yeah, with my attitude, you sure as hell could.
Okay. I'm gonna say, knowing Bryson's track record, I'm gonna say 4460 should get the ball first.
Yeah, I'm with
Alright.
4460.
Do this.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
4460. What is your
Yeah.
first stat call?
This might go poorly.
Builder.
Lima.
Lima.
Goddamn.
Okay. All right. This is off to a start. Really, these are both Lima? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's a wash. Jader, it's now your go.
What year were you built?
1943.
1948.
Okay, well, there's the first point. I did not realize these things were that late. Holy
I
cow.
did. Yeah, neither did I.
Explains a lot. All right, Jader, go again.
All right. Hmm, that's not a good idea. That's probably not a
boy.
good idea. Well, yeah. I'm curious. How many number in class?
Number 10.
Shit. 5.
Bruh.
Oh, wait.
Ooh.
I win?
Bruh. Okay, it's 1-1. 4460. Bryson. Stack call.
I win that?
Yeah, you have 10 and he has 5. I don't know why you call
Yeah.
that.
I thought there were less of 4460.
Less than 5?
Yes.
Trader,
Ow.
this was the SP. They
Um,
they usually ordered things in groups of like even numbers.
5 is not an
Unless
even number.
It was in
Oh.
I said the
I'm
SP.
gonna,
Yeah, sorry. What's your stack call, Bryson?
gonna throw it out there and do driver diameter.
Okay, I know where this is going to go.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I do.
74.
Never mind.
Wait, there's no way. Where is it?
What's yours?
I'm half an inch smaller.
Yeah.
So what?
73.5.
Why are you both not 80? What? All right. Well, Jader takes it.
I have these lovely things called the Allegheny Mountains.
No, skill
to deal
issue.
with.
All right. The CNOJ3A. Stack
Right.
call.
Boiler pressure.
Oh boy.
You said boiler pressure?
Yeah.
260.
It's 255.
What is going on?
I don't like this.
Okay.
This is the closest one I've
Bryson,
done so far.
it's 2 and 2.
Thought I'd curb stomp your ass.
Damn.
Hell.
I don't know about this one. I do have a chunky Tinder,
Yeah, you do. But so does
but
he.
you might have a chunkier one.
I mean, I can see how your tender could do well in one stat, but it'd be a complete wash for the other stat.
Tinder
Amount-
water capacity.
What?
Tinder water capacity.
Water. 21,500 gallons.
I'm better. Where is it? I just saw it. 23,200.
Okay, it's 3 to
Nice.
2. Bryson,
It's still me? How?
because you won. You
Yeah.
go again when you get a point.
You're doing good.
Tinder. Not gonna do that one. Well, no. Minimum weight of rail.
Okay.
I don't like this one. I don't like this. But 119.
Whoa.
113.
Oh no. Okay.
Go on.
4 to 2. Bryson.
Let's do weight on drivers.
285,200 pounds.
270,300.
Yeah, that was expected. 5 to 2.
I didn't. Wait. Okay. Wait.
Lighter
These
engines are better, generally.
Yes.
These things are fat fucks. In case
They
you
sure
haven't-
are.
They are
Yeah.
fat fucks, can confirm.
Yeah.
Wait. Whose turn is it?
It's
You.
yours. You won. You got the point.
I'm still winning.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're doing good.
That's a good
This
thing.
never happened.
Yeah.
This never happened.
That is the goal of the game.
Allegedly.
Unless you want a meme, then it's meme.
Let's do high pressure cylinders.
Ooh.
Okay. 27 and a half by 30.
27 by 30.
Oh. Well, that's the point for Jader. By half an
I'm
inch.
okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right.
Okay.
Attractive effort. Oh, attractive effort.
Back to oh no, this might be good. This might be bad. 65,759.
66,453.
Ooh, close. Jader takes it. 4-5. Jader?
Hmm. We'll do that later. Well, do you have a booster?
That's a great question. Where would I find booster?
Right
you-
under
Yeah.
attractive effort.
Yeah, if you have
If
booster
you
attractive
have
effort
one.
under attractive effort, then yes. Otherwise, no.
Oh, I do not.
Okay, well, all right, we'll skip that one.
Yeah, the fours had them, but the sixes didn't.
Probably lose that one.
Sad.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
Firebox
mean,
area.
wartime production.
Firebox area.
Firebox.
Firebox area?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
350.
482.
Oh my word.
All right, this is where we curve stop.
Oh god. Yep.
Great area.
90.20.
100.
Okay.
No.
6-5.
Bad for defeating surface.
No. 4,852.
What? No. 4,821.
Oh my god.
What?
It's so close.
Your
Oh my
reign of
God.
terror.
Unreasonably close. All right, it's 6-6. Bryson, your turn.
Combined heating surface.
6,879.
Oh. 6,686.
Oh, okay. Jader takes that one
All
by a
right.
little bit. 7-6.
Superheating surface.
Superheating surface? Well,
Math.
1,834.
2,058.
Jesus criminy.
Successful math. 8-6.
All right. Bad for defeating surface divided by cylinder volume.
Oh, now you're just
Oh.
244.06.
I hate how math works. 233.8.
Boy. Yep, there it is. 7-8. Bryson, you won.
Wait.
What's your next call?
Oh, I thought you meant I won one.
No, you didn't win.
What's your fuel type?
Coal.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
I said one of them was going to be a wasp.
Looking at them
Let's
tenders.
go with... Did I say... Let's go with number built.
Didn't we do that, or did you do numbering?
We
class?
did number in class.
I don't
Okay.
like that
That
this is
works.
the same thing.
Yeah.
5.
10.
I don't
Wow,
like this one.
no way. Okay, it's 8-8.
I thought they were going to find one more GF6. Honestly.
Yeah. Same.
It's buried under a
Yeah.
something. It's in someone's basement.
Okay.
It was actually used as fill on track 1 on the underpass. That's
Still
why
my
they
turn,
named
right?
it.
What'd you say?
It's still my turn, right?
It is still your turn. You won that. It's
Okay.
8-8.
I'm a god. I don't like that one. I don't like it. But
Don't
I'll
make
do
me
it.
get the timer
Axle
out.
loading.
Axle loading.
Uh-oh. 71,700 pounds.
67,900.
Okay. It's 9 to 8. 3 points until you can go to style points.
Wait, that's me. No, wait.
Yeah, no, you're still you're still calling.
Oh.
What's your next stat call? Get the timer.
You...
I have the timer.
Doo-doo-doo.
Engine wheelbase.
Engine wheelbase. Ooh, okay.
47.08 feet.
45.83.
Okay,
Ooh.
slightly smaller. 10 points versus 8. Bryson,
Oh.
still your turn. Next stat call.
Factor of adhesion.
Bad. 4.29.
4.11.
Oh wow, that's very good. 4.29 is not that bad, but wow.
In this context, it's bad.
Yeah, it's this is a battle of titans. Honestly, I expected it to be better. Anyway, all right, it's 11 to 8.
I'll make it up in style points.
Will you though?
It's
Yeah,
the we'll
maybe.
fix it in post of locomotive versus.
Pretty much.
Let's do flues.
177 at 4 inches diameter.
198 and 3.5.
Okay, wins on the diameter. Also weird, 4-inch flues on a American engine. You don't see that very often. All right, it's 12 to 8. Bryson, you can keep calling, but at this point forward, the person calling has the option to jump into style points instead.
How do I win?
You have the most points when we run out of style points.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I want to stay away from style points thing.
Well, you have to go to style
Okay.
points at some point.
Okay.
You either call a stat or go to style points.
Let's do tubes.
Okay. 56 at 2.25 inches in diameter.
49 and 2.25.
Okay, Jader wins that.
I have more tubes. Yay.
Slightly more. You both have minimal amounts of tubes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jader, it's 9 to 12. What's your play?
All right. Flue tube length.
Blue tube length.
Didn't we?
No.
No, wait, didn't we?
Nope.
No.
Oh. 21.5.
God damn it. 20.
Okay, it's back in the hands of Bryson. All right, 13 to 9. Call a stat or go to style points.
You know, let's just do style points.
Okay. First, judge's choice. There's still a lot of stuff on the board.
Yeah,
So
there is a big.
I am going to ask, what is your tender loaded weight?
Oh.
Me?
Both of
Or
these.
him? Well, this is bad. 317,800.
Okay, Jader.
Not as bad. 386,130.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Milky,
Factor of adhesion.
we just did that one.
Balls. Okay. I'm sorry, I was looking at 614 photos.
Looking at 614 photo, just
Engine weight.
Engine weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
didn't.
Engine
No, wait, no, we
weight.
haven't done engine weight. We did weight on drivers previously.
Okay. I imagine it's. Oh,
What's your engine weight?
I'm a chunky boy.
Let's hear
Full
it.
choppy.
468,400.
You're not. No. 482,200.
Mhm.
Am I a Slim Jim?
Compared to this, yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, 614 is a honking chunk.
It's a big one.
It is.
Okay. So that's a point for 4460. TJ, do you have a judge's choice?
Local base ID.
That's a good one.
Oh no,
Oh,
we're both forgotten.
Out of 614 is not forgotten.
Well,
Oh.
right now, yeah, but overall, no.
It's definitely not
282.
292.
282.
282. Okay. Jader?
God damn it. 15,600.
Oh my word!
Ooh!
Okay, so you are forgotten.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess I have to take that back. The only person that remembers 614 is the FRA.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jader, you're behind. So I want to hear style points out of you first. What is stuff that you have that 4460 does not?
Okay, let's see. Disclaimer: I'm going to be pulling. All right. Well, does it say? I don't know if it says it up here. Does it? Yeah. Okay, it does. So I'm kind of pulling style points from the, from the local base description and from CNO Power because it has kind of. I'm kind of using it to check stuff.
Okay.
Let's see. I have roller bearings on all axles.
Nice.
Does 4460 not?
I don't. I think the only GFs that did was the 5s.
Okay.
The weird, the trailing wheels look like they could, but
Yeah, the leads
I
do
don't know.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and I think I can't tell about the tender, but anyway. Okay, so that's a point, Jader. Roller bearings on all axles. What else?
How many? Nope. No, that's a dumb. That's not a good question to ask. Never mind.
Those are the same. That's the same. That's something. I see one something.
Trader, you have something special in your cab.
In the cab.
Cross Roland.
Yeah, no. No, you have an MU stand in your cab.
Don't tell them.
That was well, yeah, we'll take that.
I mean,
Just
it's
taking
on your engine.
Yeah, we'll take that in like a random preservation.
Okay, yeah, I mean, running in preservation is a point.
Yep.
Hey, wait.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
say that because this is a photo of 614 in the olden days, it probably did not have an MU stand in it.
Oh, balls.
At this
It
time.
did not. Okay.
Wait.
Sure.
Does excursion service count as in preservation?
In
Yes.
your case, it would because you were the final steam engine on the Southern Pacific.
Okay, oh, that's a different
That's a different
thing.
point.
But
Yeah.
that's a valid point. But Jader is still behind. Jader?
Let's see. I was used for the Ace 3000 coal, the
Wait,
modern
that's a-
coal steam locomotive thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely something. I don't know what to call it, but it's definitely a point.
Style point?
It's a unique one that is very specific to that engine. So
Yeah.
I'd let it fly.
I would say it's something on the order of special event. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Dual beam headlight.
Yep. I was expecting that to come up.
At least one of these had smoke deflectors at some point.
Okay, well, I can't give it to you if I'm not seeing it.
If it should.
Let me find
Okay,
a
you're
picture.
just-
No.
Yeah.
Like this is like the picture you submitted is the condition that the locomotive is in for the purposes of this.
Oh,
You know.
Which may or may not be better than the cricket.
We're not going to comment on that.
I'm going to send a picture with smoke deflectors anyway because it looks cool.
Okay.
I'll find it. Ooh.
Well, in this case, it is green.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about the clean.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I don't either.
Okay. Let me check this real quick. Is this in?
Well, it's 14 to 16. Jader, do you have any other style points though?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just checking. Okay. I have hostile point, but it's not listed on Steam Locomotive, but it's listed on my book here, so I don't know if I can use it.
Well, what is it?
Um, the boiler jackets, the cab, and the cylinder covers were made of aluminum.
Oh, that's is that
Wait,
is that unusual? I suppose that's unusual. I've never heard that before.
It's the first I've heard of it.
I mean,
well,
you don't
that's
really see
because they're-
aluminum used on a steam locomotive that much. I guess I'll give you a point for that.
Uh,
Aluminium.
let's
Okay,
see.
well, it's 15 to 16.
Trader, you have a
flex
folding
upgrade.
knuckle.
I do have the
Wait, don't
big
I?
cast pilot with the fold out coupler. I do have that.
Yours doesn't fold.
Yeah, yours doesn't fold.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I thought mine lifted up
Oh
or something.
no.
no.
You
Oh,
don't
I have a trailing truck booster.
Oh yeah, you didn't do the stat for that, so you get the point here.
Yay.
All right. You're in the lead. I want to hear from Bryson. What's something that your locomotive has that your opponent's does not?
I have an all-weather cab.
Do you?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think I do. Let me find something.
I don't see the telltale signs of it, but because it's in what?
Oh, yeah, Bryson does.
Okay, cool.
I found a rear end photo of what rear end. Our angle showing it off.
Okay. All right. You have the all-weather cab. What else?
I will provide my source right
It's-
there.
Oh,
It's 17
well,
to
no, that
17.
won't work. Wait,
Oh yeah,
where
there's the door.
13 as she looks in that first picture, right?
Yeah, just like we
Yeah.
have 4460
Okay.
as she looks in the photo that you sent.
I have semi-streamlining.
You do. You've got the skyline casing.
Yep.
That's a very fair point. All right, it's 18 to 17. Jader, do you have any?
Oh, just double checking something here.
Any golden Obongo bongos? There are some things that you both have. You both have power reverse. You both have
Do we
box.
I got one.
What?
The Steam Dome and the Sandbox are just one thing. They're combined.
Okay. How
Wait,
is that an advantage?
I don't know.
you
Okay.
can't tell with mine.
I don't know if I can give you a point for that. I don't know why it's special. You definitely both have, things like marker lights and box and thingy, and you have head end throttles, both of you. That's why you don't have a steam dome.
That
Yeah,
is,
that was
Any-
it.
Anything else from Jader?
Uh,
I can't
mm,
think of anything. Like, nothing jumps out at me for you, but I don't know much about this locomotive.
I got nothing.
Damn.
Wait.
Well,
Wait. I don't know
What?
if this would count or not, but the dynamos for mine are mounted. Where is it? On the side between the third and fourth drive wheels, instead of on top.
that's interesting. I mean, I guess that is a little bit of an ease of maintenance thing. I can give you a point for that. It's a little weird, but I'll give you a point for that. Bryson, have
I
anything?
can't tell. Does 614, is that stainless steel on its thing? It's
On what thing?
the
The cast pirate. Oh, the
is that stainless
Oh.
steel?
Probably not.
Well,
These were not designed by Elon Musk.
no.
I think I have a. I think I have a stainless steel one.
No, I don't think
Stainless steel
so.
What?
I don't.
A pilot? No.
Yeah,
It would be no.
No. I can see.
You do have a lane on your front that is helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
can,
have that.
what?
What do you have?
Whatever he just said.
No, I'm not. You're not getting it that easily.
A thing that helps when you can't see.
Technically correct.
Smoke deflectors.
No.
No.
Uh,
You
A
got-
honky thing.
You have sort of that built into your skyline casing.
hang on.
All right, if Bryson, if you can't, sure, close
the air
enough.
horn.
Yeah,
Yes.
get an air horn. All right, I'm ending it there because you both are scrounging.
Oh
yeah,
wait! I got
wait,
one more. I get
what?
Okay.
the lit train number boards on the front.
You both have those.
Yeah,
No.
you both have them.
Mine are cooler though.
No,
No,
Jader.
Mine
No.
Give me the point.
A piece of
They're
paper,
cooler.
a piece of paper that says I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
They,
Ross Rowland showing that to the
Yeah.
FRA.
yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that 614 didn't get fitted with a air horn.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, I am a little bit surprised it didn't get
I was
more
surprised
bells and whistles later. But 4460
Especially-
has won this by the skin of its teeth, 19 to 18. And I think
Yeah.
if Jader had thought about power computations, we'd be talking very differently here.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh god, I'm too tired to be doing this right now.
This- I would like to thank everyone for getting me here. This is my first Loco Dome win in any way, shape, or form.
Loco
Wrong
Dome.
game.
Yeah, wrong game.
I Loco versus in any way,
Yeah.
shape, or form.
All right. Anyway, let's vote. I'm voting for 614.
No, guys, don't.
I'm
That-
voting
that's
for
the correct
4460
Thank you.
because I own a model of it, and it's great.
Nepotism.
Fair point.
TJ.
I'm gonna have to go with 614.
Hell yeah.
Correct.
All right. 2-1. All right. 614 wins by the votes. All right. Let's talk about let's talk about some discussion topics.
This was gonna be nice. You tore this from me.
Now you still get the points. Actually,
No.
we have to end with 2 foot because we started with 2 foot. So let's talk about the Roger Williams first.
Okay, so the Berkshire Scenic, which we talked about a while ago, like a couple of months ago, acquired the Roger Williams. Or
What's left of the Roger Williams?
what's left of it anyway. And for the first time in 30 years, as of April 27th, it runs.
I am
They
astonished that it
restored
runs.
it and ran it on the main line, Mango Gobbles. I'm amazed too, because I saw it when it was stored on the Hobo, and I'm like, huh, interesting
Yeah,
that this is
yeah,
here.
Yeah, it did not look like it was gonna run.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that I was in this good of shape that just needed whatever work they did to it. Because it turned around really fast from being a non-operational thing to, oh, hey, we got it running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I think it's, at least I would think it's because they have the, like the Detroit diesels. I'm sure you could find, like, just like go to like a bus garage and find
Plus,
a guy.
they're, yeah. It also isn't their first RDC rodeo, so
That too.
I'm sure that they were able to diagnose whatever it was and mend it very quickly. But it's really cool to see this really unique piece of experimental equipment running again. Because the Roger Williams was an attempt to get people back on trains in the 1960s. And it's the first time in 30 years that it's operated.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it, and I want to ride behind it.
It is really neat, and it's like you mentioned, the Berkshire Scenic having another RDC, which I think they're currently working on. It is strange to think about, like, are they the foremost RDC people now? Like, what's going on? I am very
They
surprised to
do
see
have
it.
a lot of RDCs out there.
Yeah.
Them and the Housatonic.
Well, that's them.
Oh, right.
The Berkshire Scenic, same people that used to run tourist trains on the Housatonic, and then there was a disagreement. They moved up to North Adams, sort of. Some of their stuff is still down there, on the Hoosie. Maybe someday they'll be able to run again. Maybe after the state ends up buying the whole thing. Which, speaking of the state, right?
But don't break.
Yeah, I mean, Bud don't break. No, but here's the thing with the RDCs is the Bud very much do break. Bud break all the time. And I was quite surprised to see any RDC running when I visited the Berkshire Scenic. But, you know,
Well, where did Falco go?
I don't know.
Huh.
He's evaporated. Hopefully he will come back. At any rate, so yeah, speaking of the state of Massachusetts. Oh, there he is. TJ, what should we talk about first? Because there's a lot going on with the state of
You
Massachusetts.
can go first.
Well, I mean, it would be fun to start with something light, like, why is there a boat on this train platform? I honestly, I don't have an answer to that. So, this was actually a couple of weeks ago. There was a boat struck by an MBTA commuter rail train because it was just on the tracks near Porter Square, which, for the record, like, is not. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
Boston, it's hard to be far from the water, but it's not on the water.
Yeah, so when I read that originally, like the headline, before I saw the image, I was like, oh, it's going to be somewhere along the coast or like next to a lake or literally anything else.
Yeah.
And then I saw the image and I was like, oh, that's Porter Square. I used to walk by where that boat got hit like every day.
It's just the phrase boat hit by train, right? Not something you see every day. Also, Bryson, you are echoing.
Oh, wait, what?
You are echoing.
I'm not even talking. How is
Well,
that?
yeah, no, I can hear myself. That's the problem.
What? That's new.
Hello? What?
You give me a
I
moment.
can hear myself through your microphone. That is the echo. Anyway. So yeah, boat on commuter rail. Just something that I had to highlight because it's a little bit wild. And speaking of boats, the South Coast Rail project, they're saying it's going to be substantially complete in terms of construction. And that means another step towards trains to Fall River and New Bedford? Because hey, I segged from boats because they have the coolest station names in the system, which are going to be Whales, Tooth in New Bedford, and Battleship Cove in Fall River.
Yeah, battleship train to the boat.
Yeah, that's where we lost Jader.
Do it again.
Wait, you got to include this too.
Which one? Oh yeah, thank you. I was about to say I should jump off here to the Aquidneck Island thing, which is that I have actually talked to a number of groups regarding rail on Aquidneck Island, which is where Newport is, and would be a continuation from Fall River. The only thing standing in the way is a bridge that no longer exists. But the rails are still there on the island. There is a petition. There are individuals working towards figuring out, individuals working or interested in having, once the commuter rail is expanded to Fall River, having it continue on to Newport, which would be pretty cool. Newport's a destination. Like, yes, it wouldn't solve the getting from Providence to Newport thing, but we have a ferry for that. Anyway. Yeah, there's a petition here. I don't put much stock in petitions, but here it is. I think A small state, yet it'll be interconnected. Okay, I thought they were going to talk about Newport in particular. But yeah, the Newport and Narragansett Railroad is the tourist line out there, and even they seem like not afraid of the idea of sharing with commuter rail. Or is it Newport? I don't know. The name has changed quite a bit. Um, Frankly, it seems like a no-brainer to me. The rails are still mostly there. You're getting commuter rail into the end, and Newport is a huge destination.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
And as far as places that don't have rail go, TJ, you actually know more about this than me. There was a hearing earlier in the month about Northern Tier Rail in Massachusetts, which is the former Boston and Maine line through Fitchburg and beyond, through like Deerfield and the Hoosick Tunnel in North Adams. They've been doing quite a bit of studying of better east-west passenger rail in Massachusetts, and I mean, there's a lot of money on the table for doing stuff like that, and people of North Adams in particular, which would theoretically be like the west end of this service, are really into the idea of being able to take the train. Like, it would be a relatively slow ride compared to driving, but more options are more gooder, right?
Well, it would be
Run the
depending on which
on it.
if they go with the local service, it'll be a little bit like negligibly longer than driving. But if they did
Okay.
like with an express style service, it'd be like pretty similar. Or like maybe like might be quicker if they did like they were talking about if they did the electrified alternative with EMUs, it would be quicker than driving.
Really?
Electrified the Hoosick Tunnel again.
I mean, yes, that, but also that's interesting considering how wacky the tracks are. But then again, I guess the driving time is, if they're comparing it with Route 2, right? It's not an interstate highway. It's not even like an upgraded state route. It's, in a lot of places, one lane in each direction. And
I mean, it's a scenic highway, yeah.
yeah, the time savings to get through Hoosick Mountain would probably be substantial if they can upgrade the track to like more than 25, right? Because currently you have to switch back over the mountain, you talk to driving a car, and then ease your way down the other side. It's a nice ride, but it's not fast.
Right. Yeah.
I think I would imagine that a train would be able to handily beat a driver from one side of that mountain to the other, and then you'd lose some time elsewhere. But yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, they did put up a couple of options, and my sort of hot take is, if they're going to do this at all, there was an option of bringing it into Albany via Schenectady, which would be roundabout, because that's really the only way you can do it. You have to go from North Adams west to the state line to... you actually cut through like the bottom corner of Vermont, through Mechanicsville, which was like the west end of the B&M, and then down through Schenectady and into Albany. Again, kind of roundabout, but...
it would work.
yeah, if you do this, right? If you do that, then you have traffic moving both directions over your main line, basically. Like, North Adams isn't a cul-de-sac. It is, you can get on the train in Fitchburg, or in Athol, or in Greenfield, and go to points west, right? You can go to Chicago, you can go to New York without going to Boston first, or going to New Haven first. From North Adams, like, there aren't too many situations where it would be super advantageous, but I think if you're going to build out more rail like this, you have to look into building out something with more connections than
Right.
all the lines lead to one place.
Well, you wouldn't need to go to New Haven. You could just go to Springfield.
You could, yeah, I mean, go to, well, Springfield, and then what?
West.
Oh, yeah, if you're going west. I was saying to New York via New Haven, I guess. If you're going to Chicago, points west, you would probably actually want to transfer at Schenectady, or if you have extra time, go to Albany. Under this hypothetical circumstance. Point is, that's the good idea. That's the best idea. Like, yes, a Northern Tier intra-Massachusetts service is nice, but a Northern Tier service that can take you from an important place, to an important place in both directions is worth so much more in terms of what your riders are going to get out of it. So that's that. Having a functional northern and southern tier east-west rail in Massachusetts, combined with the north-south stuff that's already going on what do they call that? The Knowledge Corridor.
Yeah.
Between Springfield and Greenfield and down to New Haven.
Can I just say that's the best freaking name for the railroad corridor?
The Knowledge Corridor, yeah.
I like that.
I don't know where the name comes from. I assume a lot of colleges. And I think it's going to go all the way up to, Brattleboro? They're going to terminate those trains? I remember us talking about them getting a new station.
No, I think they're going to continue north.
Oh, really? I mean, seeing more stuff that goes up into Vermont and into New Hampshire and, into northern New England would be nice, especially because the Downeaster has the north-south station problem. Going into Maine is kind of a pain in the neck. I love to tell people to take the train. If I have to tell someone to take the train through Boston to go to points north, I have to think real hard about how to ease them into the idea that they have to get off and take a subway and then get back on a different train. But someday they'll build that north-south connector. Oh, I should probably touch on the rail cars and the NIMBY thing. I actually want to talk about the NIMBY thing first. So, the Massachusetts governor, Maura Healey, is, as this article states, following through on its threat to pull funding from the town of Milton. Voters rejected the MBTA Communities Act zoning plan, which is basically like a density thing around stations, basically do transit-oriented development. The plan in Milton would have allowed for at least 2,461 new housing units. Opponents argued that the trolley that runs through Mattapan and Milton shouldn't count as rapid transit. Oh, I forgot that that's what it hinged on. So yeah, they're out here dunking on the beloved PCC cars.
How dare they?
Exactly. How dare they? And that's also it puts this in perspective, right? Like, Mattapan is so not far at all from like downtown Boston.
Yeah.
It feels like a different place, but it is so close. It's still very suburban. Like, it's more north than Reedville, which doesn't mean anything to people that aren't from Boston, but like, it's more north than Quincy. It's very close. There's no way you're getting out of this. And the the town of Milton voted down the act and said, like, no, we're not going to do this transit-oriented development. And they were, they are in violation of state law in doing so. And so they received a letter from the administration, from Livable Community Secretary Ed Augustus, or Housing and Livable Community Secretary Ed Augustus, that says, oh man, it's a real shame that you're now no longer eligible for that $140,000 grant for improvements to your seawall. So, like, sea level rise is a real thing that coastal communities are dealing with, and it's a real shame that they're not going to get their seawall that they need now that they voted down this act. Listen, all I mean to say is I appreciate the fact that the spirit of the mafia is alive and well around Boston, and it's just like, well, You got a nice town here. It'd be a real shame if anything were to happen to it.
That sounds like somebody that's in the mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ellis, are you trying to tell us something?
I feel like you know everything you need to know about me. Uh, but related to the transit situation is that MBTA is shoveling more money at CRRC to get more Orange Line trains, I suppose. Do they have all the Red Line trains already?
No way, no.
No?
No,
Okay.
it's the opposite. They have like all the Orange Line trains,
Really? I
and
thought
they
they only
have
had
only
like one functional Orange Line train.
no, they have one functional Red Line train.
Oh, okay. I guess
So
I
yeah,
just have it backwards.
yeah. So they're trying to basically like they're just trying to pay this large sum of cash and be done with the whole ordeal.
Yep.
Um, because at this point, if they tried to find a new vendor for the cars, it would be way more expensive and take way longer.
Oh
And
yeah,
they don't
you're
really
back to
have
square
ti-
one.
Yeah, they don't really have time for that. So they're and plus like the new administration that's running the T, they kind of like inherited this problem. So they're basically just trying to get through it as easily as they can, I guess.
I wish them luck.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're like
I've said a million times that passenger procurement is such a disaster. I mean, it kind of always has been, but we can only see what we see now. And oh my god, these everyone that has to ride the MBTA, I feel bad for, and I'm included in that. I feel bad for myself. What were you saying? I'm sorry if I cut you off.
no, nothing.
Well, because there are these rail cars, and there are also the Hitachi, like the bi-level cars, right? And
No, those are Hyundai.
oh, they're Hyundai. Is that the ones with the lawsuit?
No, no, Hitachi's the one with the lawsuit. So they were contracted by the MBTA to do the positive train control stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so, to quote the article, in a suit filed in U.S. District Court in Boston, Hitachi says problems with its contract to install a network of trackside sensors and systems that could alert train drivers or even stop or slow trains emerged right from the start. When the MBTA realized it had no money to pay for federally required system, but convinced Hitachi to do 19 months of work without payment, on the promise of eventually getting reimbursed for the fee collected anticipated federal grant for the work.
Convince
God.
Hitachi to do 19. Listen, oh man. Once again, we come back to the mob, right? It's like, oh yeah, you guys are going to do this work for us. We'll pay you when we pay you. Like, I feel like they should have known better. They should not have done this work without any freaking money.
Oh, it gets
Oh,
better.
Oh.
But then, in month 20, with the grant money now in the bank, the T still refused to pay, Hitachi alleges. This is all, by the way, this is all alleged by Hitachi. So
Okay, yeah. So we
this
don't
is
we don't
on
know
their
if
end.
this may or may not have happened.
Yeah, this is alleged. Yeah, so Hitachi alleges, adding Hitachi agreed to the 19-month delay after the MBTA demanded agreement on unique loan terms worth tens of millions of dollars under threat of awarding the project to another company. So basically, they were like, "You do this work without us paying you until we get the federal grant.
Trust
But if you
me,
don't
bro.
agree to but if you don't agree to that, we'll just give the project to someone else."
I
It's as simple as that.
I,
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
in fairness, they should have just effing done that, because I feel like the MBTA then would have been talking to other companies and saying, "Well, we're not going to pay you right now, but will you do the
Yeah.
work?" And I feel like you shouldn't really be taking anything they're telling you on faith.
Yeah.
Not that they should know better, right? Like it's a major government agency. It's not the kind of thing that you think would just decide to shortchange you. But
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah, so they hired Hitachi in 2015 to install PTC for about $330 million. 4 years later, the T amended the contract to upgrade the network to an advanced train control system similar to the one Hitachi was installing on South Station lines for an extra $253 million. The company alleges nearly half the amount it's seeking is due to costs associated with delays caused by the MBTA. Here's an example. Hitachi says it had to stop work on a stretch of the Fitchburg line in Leominster for 5 months to wait for the MBTA to answer easement concerns from National Grid about the location of poles for the system. Turned out National Grid and the T settled whatever the issue was, but the T never notified Hitachi, which only found out it had been settled when National Grid contacted it, the company alleges. In February 2021, the MBTA decided it wanted the system along the part of the Gloucester line tracks operational in the next 5 months instead of the 13 months it had initially agreed to.
Oh, great.
Hitachi says it pulled engineers off work on other lines to meet the accelerated deadline. And then, the T decided no, it didn't need the work done in 5 months after all. All the work caused, quote, 59 calendar days of critical path delay, quote, said Hitachi.
Oh my god.
They forgot to CC Hitachi on an email, and therefore cost 5 months of delay. That's outstanding.
The company continues, team managers ran amok with their reviews of specs. Defendant MBTA withheld design approval or rejection from Hitachi Rail by demanding Hitachi Rail first respond to comments on immaterial spelling corrections. In other cases, T marked Hitachi submissions simply with revise and resubmit, without specifying what needed revising, the company says, adding that cumulatively, these go-rounds wound up causing major delays in actually getting work done.
Oh my god.
This is outstanding. I love when we get to peel back the layers of catastrophe in these projects, and it's like, oh, you wonder why things take so long. Well, this is why.
Yeah.
I would love.
Now they have to go to
see
court.
I want a comedy show about this.
Oh, this is welcome.
Yeah, you can't write anything better than this.
No.
You can't.
I'm entertained. This is helping me out, man. This is what a miserable mood I've been in. This is helping.
Yeah.
I'm getting a great insight into just how much money can be thrown at the industry and kind of be bullcrapped away.
Well, see, here's the problem.
That's where most of the money goes. It goes all
shoot.
gets bullcrapped away.
Yeah.
Wait, TJ, did you delete that? Can I have it back?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, see, no, this is the thing. They aren't throwing money at them. They're, in fact, withholding the money.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, the federal government is giving the MBTA the grants to do this.
Yeah, the federal government is giving the MBTA money, and the MBTA is saying, cool, thanks for the money, and nothing else.
Hey, I've seen this one
Yeah.
before. It's a classic.
Anyway, so now that the MBTA has the money, what are they going to do? Are they going to improve conditions for their workers?
Well, that's debatable. So we've previously discussed on the podcast that Keolis is not too hot within the MBTA right now.
No.
And their contract ends in 2026. Well, apparently, the MBTA board decided that they needed more time to look over all the. They got like, actually, yeah. Let's start. Let's actually.
Let's go back to the beginning of this saga.
Let's start with number 2. Because I know you're segueing me to number 3, but let's talk about number 2 first.
Okay. Yeah, number 2 is
the cost report thing. So, the MBTA recently released this. This being the 2020 fiscal year 2025 to 2029 capital investment plan, which basically says how they're using funds now, how the system is doing, how much they're spending on each part of the system, what they want to do to change the system, and how they see the future of the system. So this is like buses, ferries, subways, commuter rail, pretty much everything.
Okay.
And a couple of the highlights for me, the first one being that 64% of the MBTA's assets are outside of a state of good repair.
Well, that's not good.
It's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah, so 76% of the power infrastructure, 89% of track for transit, 80% of commuter rail signals, 55% of rolling stock, and
For the-
53% of transit signals.
To be clear, this is the percent of stuff that is broken.
Yeah, this is out of a state of good repair. Yeah.
89% of track.
Oh
Yeah,
my
for
God.
transit, not for commuter rail. Commuter
No,
rail's
yeah,
only
for
9%.
for transit. The commuter rail track is doing pretty good.
Yeah, but on the flip side, they have had historic levels of capital spending, which is good, which means, you know, in the past, the state of good repair probably hasn't been much better, but the funding was very bad.
Mhm.
Now the state of good repair is bad, but the funding is going up, which means they know that there's a problem and they're not just like band-aiding the problem anymore. Hopefully, they're working on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of my major takeaways. They list all the underfunded or partially funded project requests, and then they talk about next steps, public meetings, and stuff. Um, one
You gotta
other
hope the money's
highlight,
going somewhere, right?
yeah, the money's going somewhere.
The money's
Yeah.
going somewhere, and hopefully it isn't going into overtime for people banging their girlfriends in trains in the yard. That's a New York thing. We don't do that here. We have.
Allegedly.
I actually had an article from the general manager for the MBTA, Phil Eng,
Yep.
and he had they did an interview about his first year leading the T. He called it a whirlwind.
Yeah.
So it's at least he feels like there's a fire lit under him, right? Like that's a good sign to me. Like if you're looking at this catastrophe and recognizing it as a catastrophe and going like, oh god, there's so much I have to fix here. That's way better than sitting in the catastrophe and going, whatever, it's fine.
The first step to fixing a problem is admitting there is a problem.
Exactly.
Yep.
Anyway.
Trying to copy and paste this image, but it's not really working for me.
But yeah, I forgot. That's the one thing that I missed. And I think in the plan here they talk about the Zappy Boys, right? They want to electrify one of the commuter rail lines, the Fairmount line, and both of their concepts have pantographs on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cursed locomotive version of a Kiss looks like it's like a battery. It's like a giant battery with pantographs.
It looks like something. I like how
And-
it perfectly lines up with like what's supposed to be the bi-level behind it.
Yeah. And then the Alstom design is
The Crimson Shin.
a coach,
Yeah.
with a giant chin. Which I mean, like, hoping these are renders and not the future of the MBTA. But it is good to see, proper electrification is at least like in the minds of the people building the dang trains.
Yeah, honestly, as long as it runs on electric overhead
Yeah,
and it works, I don't really care what it looks like.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Like
yeah.
it could be all pacers with pantographs on them.
I
I
want
would
the,
I would be,
Oh.
I want those Spanish EMUs with like the pillow looking cab.
the sort of puffy
Yeah,
looking cab.
Well trained.
As long as it's not we're buying them from the UK, right?
yeah.
We're gonna watch them die. But yeah, no, that's the MBTA is in an interesting place. We spent most of our budget for time on discussion topics with the MBTA, but that's kind of what I expected. There was a lot to
Wait, no, don't
cover.
get rid of it.
Oh well, you needed
No, we
to.
didn't. We didn't get rid of. We didn't do number 3 yet.
Oh no, that's right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
Keola's contract.
Yeah. So number 2. So when they released number 2, the MBTA said, in order to accomplish our goals effectively for number 2, they got like 20 requests to fulfill this plan from different various entities, and in order to get the proper research and funding sources and whatever the hell else they need, they decided to extend Keolis's contract. They voted unanimously to extend Keolis's contract for another year, into 2027. And
Yay!
as I hinted at the beginning, the Keolis relationship with the MBTA and their employees right now is a little fraught. And in response, hours after they voted unanimously to extend the contract, the Transit Workers United union, which represents car mechanics and rail car cleaners, I believe,
Yep.
in Boston, they voted to authorize a strike. As we talked about previously on the podcast, they've been without a contract for like over 200 days, I believe. They are the lowest paid transit workers in the Northeast for what they do. And so what this means is it does not mean they're going to go on strike right now. It does not mean they're going to be going on strike at a certain date. It just means that if the situation with negotiations continues to prove ineffective,
Yeah.
if the arbitration fizzles out, they're allowed to strike.
Whoa, that was cool.
Which is it's
Sorry, the way that the train just went by on the camera, like the camera kind of messed up and it looked really, really neat. But yeah, no, a strike also good because Keolis is not.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear that the union was reacting to the board vote.
Mm-hmm.
And it's exciting to see where this leads. A little scary as someone who rides transit to get to work.
Yeah, it's your life's gonna get real interesting.
Yeah, like solidarity with all the workers, but also like I better not have to drive into Boston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I sure hope they figure this out before it comes down to it.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll next time I'm on or next time we have updates, we'll keep it updated.
Yeah, the next update is TJ is no longer able to get to work.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Personal.
Come to Maine with me instead. Bryson, are you still alive?
Yes.
Okay, you've been awfully quiet. I just wasn't sure if you
Yeah.
had fallen asleep or some other option.
My mic was just muted, that way you didn't hear yourself echoing.
Oh, okay. Well, you still could have chimed in if you turned it off for a second, but I want to hear about the discussion topic that you picked up. Let's go back to Maine.
I just thought it looked cool.
Well, what is it?
So supposedly this group is I know this. This group is putting together a museum
Yep.
Mhm.
for 2-footers,
That is correct.
That does what it says in the tin.
and they finally set up a place to build it.
Yeah, this was
Hey.
from about a month ago. This is from the Bridgeton and Sacco people. Very cool. They have submitted their Phase 1 building proposal to the town of Bridgeton for review. It's actually currently open for public comment. Public comment will be on May 7th. So I thought it was until May 7th. No, it's on May 7th.
Okay, I will comment after that then.
Yeah.
I have no say in 2-footers. They're not really my thing, but y'all go ahead.
all they they could be consider. Um, they're going to build a 60 by 120 foot car shop, which will include space for a functioning office and museum. Um, yeah, they're
Yep.
they're going to install some heavy equipment in there. That's the plan. I think they're going to have this as their shop in the
Yeah.
future.
And there's going to be a septic system.
That's always nice. Yeah, we'll have a bathroom.
That's better than our car barn.
Isn't the floor dirt in your car barn?
Yeah, it's gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird walking around Sheepskit with TJ and going into the shop there, and like 3 stalls are concrete and 1 is dirt.
Yeah, that's how it was in our barn too.
Yeah.
Ours is thankfully all concrete.
Oh, you got by big concrete. But yeah, so we've got this, which for the record, 60 feet is about a mile in HO scale.
Oh,
So you could build a Porterfield and Ellis River loop along one wall of this this building.
Okay.
Just to come back to that.
As soon as I get the thing running, maybe I'll letter it P and E, but it can be whatever you want.
Reality can be whatever I want. But yeah, so this is exciting, right? It's another place for 2-footers to live, which works out really well considering.
Yeah, considering Maine Narrow Gauge is wanting to restore B&H number 8 and Monson number 4, which would mean all 5 surviving Maine 2-footers would be running sometime in the 2030s if everything goes to plan.
Beautiful. Love to see it.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. 4 and 8 have ran in preservation before, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they ran at Edaville.
4
And
actually,
then-
yeah, 4 ran at Maine Narrow Gauge not too long ago, if I remember right.
Yeah, I recently I learned that 8 also ran at Maine Narrow Gauge for a little while.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it had that much life in it. I know it was, it is the largest 2-footer. It's the heaviest surviving locomotive. It might also be the heaviest locomotive, full stop, but it was a favorite of F. Nelson Blount, if I remember right. And
A man of culture.
it did a lot at Edaville. It was a star of the show at Edaville. So it's going to be really cool. Like they're no strangers to running in preservation, but it's very exciting the idea that Maine Narrow Gauge is like confident enough to say like, yes, we are going to restore the remaining 2 engines, and I hope that they can manage it. I really hope that they can manage it, and I hope that the 2-foot collective remains strong, and we see these things at the WWF, and we see them in Portland, and we see them up here in Bridgeton, that sort of thing. So
Yeah, it's gonna be great to see. I mean, all 5 of these in Steam at the same place. If I had to guess, probably the WWF.
that mic's echoing again.
it would be really neat to see them all in. I mean, I bet you when they do have all 5, they'll probably figure out some kind of event.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like a couple of big weekends or something, which I would love to come up with.
Oh, and you should.
I need to just come up there. Period.
Yes. Again, with the WWF is a totally unique place, not only from an operations and like location side of things, but also because there is a not insignificant contingent of people around our age that are volunteers. And
Well, you know, it would be very cool. Sorry to have to bounce back in time for a few minutes, but it would be very cool if they had like a couple locomotives at the WWF, and then you took the train from Wiscasset to Portland, and then you got off and you saw 7 and 8.
Yeah, you have
4, 7, and 8 at Portland.
you do the 2-foot tour.
Yeah, like a day, just like a day from one to the other.
The
The
2
great
foot
2-foot.
the 2 foot crawl.
The great 2-foot wound up.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we need. We need to do that and also get the other like random 2-foot stuff that's scattered around the U.S. Isn't there like
Oh,
an
good.
NG-15 in Texas?
Yeah.
There's also a trench engine at some farm.
Oh
California.
yeah, the trench
Yep.
engine.
And maybe get the ingot too.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh no.
You move it 10 feet and the track just sinks underneath it.
It's going to destroy Trout Brook Bridge.
Well, the railroad in Portland is built on a standard gauge right of way, so that would probably be fine.
Yeah, that'd
That's
probably
true.
be fine there.
But J&L, last time I was at J&L was before they got like shut down by the government. Are they running again?
As far as I know, they're going to be up and running this season. It was one of their, forget what his exact role was, but one of their, as far as I know, he's a member up there. One of their guys came down when we had 3 running a few weeks ago, and I got to talking with him and asked a little bit. And apparently they're going to be doing their not even be like, I guess, their steam locomotive day long thing again this year, which I really want to do. And then as far as like rides and stuff, I think they're going to be doing rides for members only, not like you have to be like a member of
Right,
their
the organization. Yeah.
right, instead of just buying tickets, because we love Ohio. There, we
It's
love
not
Ohio.
amusement, damn it.
Yeah, it's not an amusement park.
I'm not
That's
amused by it.
so strange. I mean, like, it's interesting to think about from a legal perspective that these places exist. It's like, what do you
Mhm.
call it exactly?
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that they're trying to fit something like J&L into a box that was never designed for something like J&L, because when the rules were written, the idea of
Yeah.
something like J&L, it was, nobody thought of that.
Right.
No.
I mean, so many of these heritage rail lines or what have you operate in a way that is sort of strange, like legally speaking. Like Train Mountain, right? It was all
Yeah.
tractors. Officially, they're all tractors. Just that just happen to run on roads that have iron straps on them.
Yeah.
Or something like the existence of the WWF because of Maine's weird abandonment laws and the fact that the Wisconsin and Quebec still exists as a corporate entity. And that's how they own their land. It's just so weird, right? Because it's so rare that I say a railroad, but just anything like this is so impactful enough that it deserves attention by a legislature, like deserves laws that are written for it. But on the flip side, when stuff does get attention, it's always nice. Like didn't Kansas just recognize the Pacific?
Right. Yeah, it's their state steam locomotive now.
Yeah.
That's cool. Every state needs a state steam locomotive. I'm for that.
What is Ohio?
Probably doesn't have. I would imagine most states do not have a state steam locomotive.
Daniel Mason.
I think ours should be the Daniel Mason. I really don't think we have much choice, if I'm honest. It's either
Well, no,
that or
yeah.
Everett 11.
Yeah, or like the Z class, because that was designed for the sharpest curve in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Ohio. You got 81 locomotives to choose from.
It's a lot of locomotives. Anyway,
Yeah.
So we have one more piece of news from Maine before we wrap up, Jader.
Yeah, they bought the ballast hoppers.
Oh snap!
Hey.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the WWF bought 2, and then Edaville bought 1, and then they're just combining efforts to get them shipped because it's such a pain.
Oh my
I-
god! Wow.
Get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Third
Yeah,
going to our
so-
friends at Edaville. Yep.
Yeah, so they had money to buy them, and now they're like trying to like replenish the coffers with the fundraiser.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's I like that plan instead of, okay, we're going to fundraise. I mean, you do what you can, but it's like, okay, instead of fundraising for a year, and then oh crap, costs went
Yeah.
up, or
Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, this is one of those things where it's like, hey, we got to get these like right now. Like they're
yeah,
willing to get rid of these right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like an irresistible bargain.
Yeah, or like, oh, like these might not be around by the time we get the money or something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, and beyond that, the WWF is in a relatively good place when it comes to uh, fundraising, right? Like, there's a substantial member base that is able to contribute the money, and it's not like, oh, well, if we take out a loan for these, in theory, like, they didn't have to. If we take out a loan for these, we have to worry about not making the payments. Like you wouldn't want these to get repossessed, right? Like they show up with a tow truck and cart away your ballast hoppers. That wouldn't be a good day.
Well, they can just throw them on a flatbed.
That's true, yeah. The one flatbed that exists. The communal. But yeah, that is really exciting that they're already getting those in. They're already have those purchased, and they just need to. Hopefully, they make it fine and don't get stuck in any canals or anything. It will make track work a lot easier. Anyway,
it's good. Yeah, it's good to see this stuff.
it's just exciting. Like I never thought we'd see the announcement of, oh, we're buying ballast cars from Africa. It's so just random, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean they have the Tampa from Australia. It's such an international railroad.
Yeah, we need to start putting up extra flag poles, like in front of the
Yeah.
WWF. It's going to look like 6 flags.
Yeah, or like the UN. Yeah,
A combination of both.
they should put like little flag like plates on the foreign equipment.
That'd be
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, that would be great.
Just like a little badge like on the frame or something.
You can see what your train pieces where they came from.
Yeah.
You show up and it just looks like it just looks like the UN in front of Sheepskin Station.
Exactly. It'd be really funny to put the Australian flag on the tamper, but put it on upside down.
Hmm.
And it's like, yeah, well, we had to turn it over when it got here. Anyway, all right. Maintenance of way stuff. Batch 4 still isn't out, but I am getting closer. I need to just buckle down, wrap up the next couple of things, bite the bullet, and get them printed. That'll happen sooner or later.
Motors bitted?
Bogus Binted? And then, the sound effect. Anyone else have any maintenance away stuff? Actually, Bryson, do you have like a link to the channel where you're going to be posting your stuff?
Yes, I do. I can pull it up.
Yeah, go ahead and toss that into the description. I will put it in Cargo's under advertisements.
Okay. Wait, description.
Or put it in I will put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I'll put it on the Cargo's document.
I can't put it in chat.
Yes, you can. You should be.
I don't have permission.
What are you talking about? Write it.
Talking about
You
this
wrote,
podcast?
"Oh, sorry, Greenbrier." You can write.
Oh
in the
wait,
chat.
in here.
Anyway, all right. Do I have any guesses for latest train on Amtrak?
What's the run? Number 4? Is that
There is a number 4.
the one that I'm thinking of? You know what I'm thinking of.
I don't know what you're thinking of. I can't.
I think I'm feeling what you think of, TJ. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go with 3. My official answer is 3.
Okay, 3. Milky Jader, Bryson, latest train on Amtrak.
Texas.
Texas what? Texas Eagle?
Texas.
All right.
Take a guess. North
Texas.
North or South Texas?
South.
Southbound Texas. Okay. Milky or Jader?
I guess is there a Sunset Limited?
I believe there is. there are two Sunset Limiteds. There's one in each direction.
Let's say westbound Sunset Limited.
Westbound Sunset Limited. Okay. So we have Train 3, South Texas, and Westbound Sunset Limited. Milky?
Eastbound Chief.
Eastbound Chief, which is Train 4. Train 4 is 42 minutes late at Trinidad, Colorado. Train 3 is on time at La Plata, Missouri, although it is experiencing a service disruption.
Oof.
You wanted the East Sunset?
West.
West Sunset, okay. The westbound Sunset, I should have just gone with my gut, I clicked on it first. Westbound Sunset is 1 hour and 21 minutes late at Lordsburg, New Mexico. It's not the latest train on Amtrak. The southbound Texas Eagle is 1 hour and 59 minutes late at Taylor, Texas, also not the latest train on Amtrak. The latest train on Amtrak is the northbound Texas Eagle, 6 hours and 53 minutes late at Claiborne, Texas.
Claiborne.
I could have gone with my gut.
There's also a 1.5 hour late Acela, which I don't know how that happens. There's been a bunch of stuff going by the camera. I've been mildly impressed with the frequency of trains. There's a 3 hour and 23 minute late Canadian. There's nothing else really exciting on this map. Oh, there's a Amtrak 6 that's an hour and a half late.
Yeah.
I guess we aren't feeling the effects of the catastrophe. Anyway, it's time to wrap this show up. Termination time. And no one got any points, so we're just in this order, which means TJ goes first.
I'm just gonna say bye.
Okay. I will say you should all check out this channel that I was looking at, and now I can't find. What was the name of it, Jader?
It's like M. Peter, something like that.
Hold on. I know a name of the video. Improving an Armstrong Layout Design. Yeah, it's M. Peter LL. So definitely check out this guy's channel. Very cool layout design videos.
There's
Don't forget to check out mine too. There's going to be a bunch of updates on the.
I'm gonna put it in the advertisements. It's gonna be down in the cargoes. Don't worry. Don't panic.
I'm panicking.
Although Bryson, you are up next, so if you want to make your termination, check out my channel. You can do that.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna post the link right there.
There's the.
And Milky.
Have a good night, everyone.
It's been a wholesome end of the show. And Jader says EP.
Yeah, I'm EP. I'm looking for new jobs. I'm here. So
Well, we're glad you're here.
yeah, me too.
I'm glad.
I don't have a
you
title
came.
for this episode, but I'll figure it out later. We'll see you next week. Thanks to everyone. You guys, everyone watching and listening or whatever. Stephen West for the Loco Base. The Railside Live camera. And in case of an emergency, call Conrail. Good
No,
night.
don't do that.